Zhao Lusi's anti-fans publicly apologized, revealing that Zhao Lusi cared about the anti-fans' family circumstances and chose to reconcile. Recently, an incident involving Ms. Zhao Lusi has attracted widespread attention. An individual named Wu Maomao published posts that insulted and slandered Ms. Zhao Lusi, seriously damaging her reputation. However, there is an unexpected twist in this story that allows us to see a side of kindness and tolerance. Wu Maomao deeply realized his mistake and sincerely apologized to Ms. Zhao Lusi. At the same time, due to financial difficulties, Ms. Zhao Lusi also agreed to the reconciliation request. This article will delve into this incident and analyze the emotional story and related data behind it to reflect the kindness and understanding in human nature. The cause of the matter can be traced back to the recent social media turmoil. In a post, Wu Maomao made insulting remarks about Ms. Zhao Lusi, slandering her reputation and triggering widespread controversy and dissatisfaction. Ms. Zhao Lusi is a beloved public figure known for her professional achievements and kind personality. However, this incident caused considerable damage to her reputation. Fans and supporters of Ms. Zhao Lusi immediately launched an action to boycott Wu, demanding that he publicly apologize and delete harmful posts. Wu Maomao was forced to face the pressure of public opinion and began to reflect on his behavior. After some inner struggle, he finally made a surprising decision, publicly apologized and requested reconciliation. Wu Maomao's apology was not a verbal apology, but a written apology to ensure that his sincerity was fully conveyed. He admitted that his behavior was irresponsible and not only violated Ms. Zhao Lusi's reputation, but also hurt her emotions. In the letter of apology, he expressed deep regret and promised not to engage in any malicious attacks or abuse again. The apology received widespread attention not only for its unexpectedness but also for its sincerity. Wu's letter of apology was widely shared on social media, with many appreciating his courage and candor. This incident is yet another reminder that an honest and sincere apology can help repair broken relationships and rebuild trust. Zhao Lusi's response. Ms. Zhao Lusi expressed her understanding for Wu Maomao's apology and expressed her willingness to consider a reconciliation request. This decision has also caused many people to question. After all, in similar situations, the insulted party will usually resolutely safeguard its rights and interests and will not compromise easily. However, Ms. Zhao Lusi's decision reflects her tolerance and goodwill. Ms. Zhao Lusi published a long post on social media explaining her decision. She mentioned that although Wu Maomao made mistakes, he also faced some financial difficulties. Ms. Zhao Lusi learned that his family situation was not well off, which was part of the reason why he apologized when he was forced by public opinion. She emphasized the importance of understanding and tolerance as constructive ways to solve problems. The reality of economic hardship. When Ms. Zhao Lusi mentioned Wu XX's family situation, it aroused widespread attention on the issue of financial difficulties. Data shows that in today's society, many people face financial stress and hardship. Rising unemployment and rising costs of living have pushed many families into poverty. According to the latest statistics, more than 750 million people worldwide live below the extreme poverty line, living on a budget of less than $1.90 a day. This figure is shocking and calls for greater attention to social inequality and poverty. Wu Maomao's family situation is just a microcosm of this problem. They represent those who face financial difficulties and often have to make inappropriate choices for their livelihood. Understanding and reconciliation. Ms. Zhao Lusi deserves praise for her tolerance and kindness in this incident. Her response not only respects Wu's personal decision, but also reflects her understanding of economic difficulties. This kind of understanding and tolerance is the cornerstone of harmonious development of society and the key to resolving disputes and conflicts. On social media, many people expressed support for Ms. Zhao Lusi's decision, believing that it was a positive demonstration that encouraged more people to choose understanding and tolerance instead of hatred and confrontation when facing similar situations. It also reminds us that impulse and hatred often only exacerbate problems, while understanding and tolerance are the real solutions. Social media responsibilities. The incident also sparked discussion about the liability of social media platforms. After Wu Maomao posted the insulting post, many people spread it on social media, causing Ms. Zhao Lusi to be even more hurt. This has also sparked discussion on whether social media platforms should adopt stricter content censorship measures. According to research data, social media platforms play an important role in information dissemination, but there are also certain risks. False information, hate speech and defamatory posts spread rapidly on social media, causing considerable harm to individuals and society. Therefore, social media platforms need to more actively assume their social responsibilities, strengthen content review and management, and ensure the safety and dignity of users on the platform. The incident of Zhao Lusi's black fans publicly apologizing shows the kindness and understanding in human nature. Wu Maomao's apology and Ms. Zhao Lusi's tolerance and understanding are worthy of our learning and praise. This incident also reminds us that economic hardship is a reality faced by many people and that understanding and tolerance are keys to resolving disputes and conflicts. At the same time, this incident has also drawn attention to the responsibility issues of social media platforms, calling on these platforms to more actively assume social responsibilities and ensure the safety and dignity of users on the platforms. Ultimately, we hope that this incident can serve as a positive example, encouraging more people to choose understanding and tolerance instead of hatred and opposition when facing disputes and conflicts, thereby promoting the harmonious development of society. I hope there will be more stories like this in the future, allowing us to see the light and beauty in human nature. Zhao Lusi choked up and talked about her mother. The sweet but bitter life is more exciting. Occasionally watching TV dramas, I accidentally watched Zhao Lusi's Brilliant Star. She said that her growing up experience was very similar to the character Cheng Yi in the drama. This was not the same as the cute and sweet Sichuan girl I imagined. Out of curiosity, go out of your way to search. She recently spoke about her mother in the show, and she burst into tears. There was a time before that she felt that she was in a bad state and didn't want to film or be an actress. She was very unhappy. After her mother heard about it, she immediately stood by her daughter and immediately went to find the contract to see how much compensation she would have to pay for breaking the contract. Zhao Lusi was extremely touched when she saw her mother's reaction. It was so unexpected. According to her mother's usual practice, she would definitely scold her, "Why don't you do it again? You can do whatever you want. What on earth are you going to do?" This time, not only was she not blamed, she also received understanding and support from her mother. At that moment, she felt unconditionally loved and tolerated by her mother. From childhood to adulthood, Zhao Lusi's mother deliberately wanted to cultivate her daughter's independence. She was very strict and often taught her that girls must be independent and rely on themselves. Under the guidance of this kind of parenting concept, Zhao Lusi was often pushed out by her mother, "You do it yourself and compete yourself in the competition." When she was growing up, because she wanted to be independent, she couldn't be treated like a sweet little princess by her parents like other little girls. She had to face and do many things by herself. Slowly, she did get a lot of training. She is now independent, strong, and capable, and is loved by many viewers. When she really grew up to be the independent girl her mother hoped she would be, there was still a dull pain deep in her heart that was sweet yet astringent. Now every time she returns to Chengdu, she doesn't go back to her parents' house. She lives in her own apartment. Along the way, she has become accustomed to being independent and not accustomed to being close to her parents. For example, if we live in separate places from our parents, we can go back to our parents' home probably 2 or 3 times a year. Every time, we wish we could stay at home, not go anywhere, just stay with our parents and enjoy the feeling of being a daughter. Zhao Lusi's choice to live in her own apartment is a side effect of being forced to become independent too early while growing up. Everyone has been a child, and children naturally long to be close to their parents and rely on their parents. Only the unconditional love and companionship of parents can make children feel at ease, slowly develop the courage to explore many unknowns, slowly accumulate life experience, and slowly accumulate confidence. This is the foundation of independence and an essential step. The growth of a child needs to be done step by step, which requires time and process. If the child is pushed out too early and the child is forced to be independent, she will feel confused, isolated, and frustrated. These negative feelings and emotions, which she was unable to digest, would be hidden deep in her heart, popping up from time to time to prick her. When a child is young, she most likely cannot understand the good intentions of her parents. She only knows that others can act like a spoiled child in her mother's arms, but she has to do this and that independently, and she has no choice or resistance. This sense of incomprehension and powerlessness is also very torturous. We cannot choose our origins, nor can we change our parents, but as Yang Mi said, no matter what kind of family of origin, there will always be regrets. People will grow up, and they will have the power to change and make up for it. The regrets and growth can also bloom beautiful flowers. Parents have their own limitations. Zhao Lusi's mother chose to let her daughter be independent based on her own life experience and knowledge. Mother is just an ordinary person, and she loves her children in the way she thinks is best. And now, she pays a lot of attention to her daughter, as if she wants to make up for it, in Zhao Lusi's words. When Zhao Lusi wanted to back down, her mother immediately gave her support. This move was a change made by her mother. Although her child had grown up, she still had the strength to comfort her and make up for her mistakes. And Zhao Lusi was moved to tears because of her mother's changes, which also shows that she has always longed for her mother's love and care. Life is a long road. As long as you have the will, everything can come in time. The premiere of Southern Wind sparked heated discussions. Cheng Yi's modern character was brutally abused, and Zhang Yuxi and his super abusive CP. Cheng Yi, a high-profile Chinese actor, has constantly challenged various roles throughout his acting career and presented diverse performances to the audience. However, his latest work, South Wind Knows My Will, is a little different. This is his first starring role in a modern idol drama. Although the play was suppressed for more than 2 years after production, its texture and filters were unexpectedly satisfying. After the premiere, the audience was pleasantly surprised to find that the work was still full of youth and vitality, without any trace of it was released almost 3 years ago. This article will provide an in-depth analysis of the plot and characters of South Wind Knows My Will and explore the success of this modern idol drama. In addition to Cheng Yi, this drama also brings together several starring actors from Liu Li, including Luo Haoji, who played Chen Li in South Wind Knows My Will and became Cheng Yi's right-hand man. In addition, the South Wind Knows My Will also has a third leading actor, Fu Zhenbo, who plays the second male lead Fu Zizhao and is the half-brother of the male lead Fu Yunshan. Fu Zizhao's character shows a trend of becoming darker, but the plot in the play is worth mentioning. This IP originally had 2 versions. The male protagonist in the first one was Fu Zizhao, and the second one was Fu Yunshan. This drama filmed both versions. The fate of the 2 brothers was tragic, but they were not bad people, they just fell into conflicts because of their different positions. Fu Zhenbo's outstanding acting skills and Fu Zizhao's handsome image also added a lot to the play and attracted countless fans. Cheng Yi's role has also attracted much attention. He is nicknamed the king of sadistic characters because he often plays sadistic characters in costume fairy tales. However, what is surprising is that even in modern dramas, his role is full of drama and emotional conflict. In the play, the male protagonist is in a wheelchair as soon as he appears, with pale lips, as if he is not going to die soon, while the heroine is surprised to find that during the interview with the family doctor, the employer is her ex-boyfriend Fu Yunshan. The plot of the story alternates between memories from now and 2 years ago. 2 years ago, Fu Yunshan was a high-spirited young man, somewhat arrogant and naive, who met the heroine Zhu Jiayu for the first time. The two did not have much attraction. However, 2 years later, Fu Yunshan was seriously injured in a car accident. Not only was his legs paralyzed, but his personality also underwent tremendous changes. He locked himself in a dark castle, saw no one, and refused to be exposed to sunlight. Although the plot seems a bit sadistic at first, when we go back to 2 years ago, we see the scene when Fu Yunshan and Zhu Jiayu met for the first time in M country. One of them is a young master from Shanghai and the other is Doctors Without Borders. They are both going to country M. However, Zhu Jiayu encountered the problem of overweight luggage and the shipping fee was expensive. She tried to ask Fu Yunshan for help, but was rejected. Zhu Jiayu could only put the extra clothes on himself to save shipping costs. Fate unexpectedly intertwined them again. After arriving in country M, they found that they couldn't get a taxi. Fu Yunshan proposed to share a car. Although they were unhappy before, Zhu Jiayu finally agreed. However, she made a condition that they produce their passports for her to take pictures to make sure they weren't bad guys. What's even more coincidental is that they stayed in the same hotel and traveled to the same destination. The reason why Zhu Jiayu went to country M was because she went to a remote village to conduct medical research at the request of Uncle Hans. The village is facing the threat of an unknown immune system disease, but local medical resources are limited. Uncle Hans wanted her to come and help because she had donated medical equipment to the International Medical Station many times before. At the same time, Fu Yunshan has been providing pharmaceutical support to this medical station. As the plot develops, the journey of Zhu Jiayu and Fu Yunshan is not smooth. Their car failed to start halfway, so Fu Yunshan asked Chen Li to solve the car problem first, while he and Zhu Jiayu moved forward separately. On the way, they had to take a car full of chickens, ducks and geese. Although Fu Yunshan was very reluctant, he had to get on the car. He received a call from his mother and was worried that she would be worried about him, so he had to let her that everything was fine and claimed that he had a luxury car to pick him up. They eventually arrived at a rather backward village where Zhu Jiayu's parents had provided support, but something unfortunate happened later. She has a deep knowledge of the place. However, not long after, Fu Yunshan's wallet was stolen. He planned to borrow money from Zhu Jiayu, but surprisingly, Zhu Jiayu's wallet was also stolen. So they started a chase of the thief and successfully recovered their wallet. In this remote village, they experienced many life and death tests together, and their emotions quickly heated up. Both Cheng Yi and Zhang Yuxi performed very attractively in the play, and the chemical reaction between the two also plunged the audience into an emotional whirlpool. The early plot is light-hearted and enjoyable, and the natural performances of the two leading actors leave a deep impression on people and make them unforgettable for a long time. What's even more surprising is the high quality of the show's production. Although it is only an A-level web drama with an investment of 50 million, it performs well in all aspects. The beautiful scenery of Yunnan has become the background of the play. Whether it is an ancient castle, a city or a snowy scene, they are all full of intoxicating visual enjoyment. This visual presentation is reminiscent of the quality of Korean dramas and is completely different from the average modern idol drama. The intertwining of sweetness and sadism in the plot has made the audience full of expectations, thinking that this drama is expected to be a huge success. In summary, The South Wind Knows What I Want is not only impressive, but also full of freshness. It redefines the standard of modern idol dramas, not only with high-level acting skills, but also with fascinating emotional stories and exquisite production. The audience will not only fall into the emotional world of the characters, but also be attracted by the beautiful scenery. The future of the show looks promising, and we're looking forward to more exciting developments and plot twists.